Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Skool. How are you all getting on out there? Sorry about the lighting here, not optimal, but I hope it's okay for you guys. Well, what a game today. Talk about disappointing. Arsenal and the media, they need to stop overhyping the team, overhyping mediocrity, because that's what it was. It was absolute mediocrity today. Say no more about it. That's how it was. Just adjusted the lighting there, and that's a little bit better. There was absolute mediocrity today, the way the team played. There was nothing going on. The win over Spurs, I warned against it. Spurs are on a real downer at the moment. So the victory over them, it was only one win at the end of the day, and it was only 3 points. We shouldn't get carried away. With the start in the league we had, losing 3 games in a row, we had to kind of sit tight and hope that it got better. And we needed to win continuously. We need to win a couple of games in a row now. We already won 3, but we need to win another 3, 4, 5 in a row to get anywhere near the kind of consistency and where we want to be in the league. What exactly went wrong today? Your guess is as good as mine. A lot of players underperformed. Odegaard wasn't at it. Aubameyang had an absolute nightmare. He was awful. Shocking. We need to rest him. We switched Odegaard with Pepe. We switched Aubameyang with Lacazette. But it should have been half-time, in my opinion, because both players weren't at the races. Ateta, of course, he's waiting to make a change. Finally, he did it, but, too little, too late. We started off well enough. We were in it up till the 15th minute. We were doing okay. After that, Brighton got a couple of chances, and their confidence just soared. They really, really, really made it difficult for us. We couldn't fight back. We don't really have a defensive midfielder from what I could see. A DM. We have Thomas Partey and Sambi Lokonga. They both like to go forward. We need a DM. Somebody that's going to sit and hold and just do the job of the workhorse and not move around too much and protect the back four. Brighton were running riots through there today, and they really had us on the back foot. If it wasn't for some really courageous defending from Gabriel and Ben White and some outstanding goalkeeping from Aaron Ramsdale, we would have lost the game. Last season, we would have lost that game with the team we had. This team is a little bit stronger defensively, and we managed to hold out, but it was close. We had a bit of luck along the way. We could have easily lost that game. I don't know. It was a very, very difficult game. I knew that going into it. I thought we might sneak it 1-0 or 2-1. But you have to remember too, not making excuses for Arsenal, but Brighton are riding high. If they had won last Monday against Crystal Palace, they would have been top of the league. But they got a draw. They would have actually been first. So they've been doing all right for themselves. Before today's game, they already had 14 points. They're going well. Arsenal had 9. So that's it, guys. It wasn't what we were looking for. It wasn't the result we were looking for. But I was on later doing a little stream, and I asked who you thought was the man of the match. So I'm going to ask you now, guys, who do you think was the man of the match in today's game? I went for Aaron Ramsdale. Another couple of guys that were on, checking out my channel, checking out my live stream, they also went for Aaron Ramsdale. Or Ben White. He didn't have a bad game, in fairness. Gabriel as well was immense. Absolutely immense in holding the defence together. Just going to have a little look here now, guys. Bear with me. We'll get into it and see what's going on. Alright, let's check out what was going on in the game. We can talk a little bit about that. Just a second now, guys. Bear with me. We get into it. Alright, Brighton Arsenal. First, anyway, let's look at the league standings. Now we can talk a little bit about the game. At the moment, the way it's looking in the Premier League. Let me have a look there. It's just loading. Sorry, guys. Sorry about this. Okay, Premier League. Here we go. Let's go back a little bit. Standings. Alright, guys. Standings at the moment: first are Chelsea on 16 points. Second are Liverpool on 14 points, but with a game in hand. Third are Man U on 14. Then you come Everton on 14, Brighton on 14. So Brighton are fifth. Then comes Manchester City on 13. But of course, Manchester City have 6 games played and 13 points, and Liverpool have 6 games played and 14 points. Liverpool are second, City are sixth. So there's a lot of teams on 14 points there. 4 teams. United, Everton, Brighton, and Liverpool. Tomorrow it's Liverpool and City. Should be a very interesting game. Then comes West Ham on 11, Villa on 10 points, and Arsenal in 9th position on 10 points. Played 7, won 3, drew 1, lost 3. And that's basically it, guys. We got 10 points. We're in 9th place. We could be overtaken by Brentford because they have a game in hand just behind us. Spurs have to play 2. Yeah, we're in 9th place, guys, on 10 points. That's it. Let's talk a little bit about the game. See what was going on there. Of course, like I said, I finished 0-0. Team statistics. Yeah, let me start with the lineups anyway first. Brighton started with a 3-5-2, Sanchez in goal. They had a back 3 of Duffy, Dunk, and Byrne. They had a midfield, 5-man midfield, guys. They had Feldman, Gross, Lallana right in the middle. Then they had Moder and Kurkuma. Up front, they had Trossard and Mopé. Arsenal, we had a 4-2-3-1, just like we did against Spurs. The only change was that Sambi Lokonga came in for the injured Granit Xhaka. The starting 11 was exactly the same against Spurs, apart from that. Exact same formation, 4-2-3-1. Ramsdale in goal, Tierney at left back, Gabriel in the left centre defence, Ben White on the right centre defence, Tomiyasu on the right hand side, right back. In the middle was on the left hand side of midfield was Sambi Lokonga. On the right side was Thomas Partey. He picked up a yellow card in the game, by the way. The only Arsenal player, Thomas Partey, to pick up a yellow. Up front, we had the 3 just playing behind Pierre and Emre Aubameyang were Smith Rowe on the left, Odegaard in the centre, and Saka on the right. And then, like I said, the lone front man, Pierre Emre Aubameyang. Yeah, like that, guys. It was that kind of thing, Picked up a little injury. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Hopefully, he's going to be okay. A little bit of statistics for you. Shots. Brighton had 21, Arsenal had 8. But they only had 2 from the 21 on target. We had 2. They had 59% possession. Arsenal had 41. 497 passes from Brighton. Arsenal had 355. Pass accuracy, 84% against 75 for Brighton. Yellow cards, 2-1 for Brighton. No red cards, thankfully. But yeah, it was a tough game, guys. We got something out of it. Like I said, if the defence and if the goalkeeper wasn't as good as they are, last season we would have gotten nothing out of that game. At the very start of the season, we would have been stuffed. Let's be honest about it. So it's okay, We got a point. It's not what people want. Mediocrity within the team has been overhyped. I mean, last weekend we beat Spurs, but like I said, they're on a real downer at the moment. Not to take anything away from the performance. The team went out there and they were completely focused, 110%. They went for it from the very first whistle. Respected him. But Spurs were on a real downer. They were suffering a lack of confidence. Dele Alli not putting in a shift. No one today for Brighton did that. They all put in a shift. 110% effort. They blew us off the field. Thank God we had Aaron Ramsdale on the defence. They just about held out against it. The pressure was enormous at one point. But I'm happy enough that we got a point. That we survived. At least we didn't pick up a loss. I'm only happy enough considering the way the game went. Of course, I wanted to see the team get to 3 points. I wanted to see us push forward. We need to get back into the top 5. We need a European place. At the moment, Brighton are actually sitting in the 5th position. They are the ones that are going to qualify for the Europa League. So we're going to have to see how it goes. We're a long way off that. I mean, a long, long way off that. They're on 14 points now. And Arsenal are on 10 points in 9th position. We need to win a couple of games in a row. I know we won 3 in a row, now we got a draw. But we started off with 3 losses. We need to win consecutively. We need to win a lot of games in a row just to be kind of anywhere near what people are talking about the team. The team is limited enough. I mean, you saw it today, the amount of chances they created and the shots on target. The problem in the forward is persisting, and Aubameyang again, he had a nightmare out there. It's not like we're just relying on him. The three players behind him are not bad players, but they're young guys. I mean, Odegaard, Saka, and Smith Rowe. These are young players we're talking about here. You know what I mean? They're not that experienced at playing just off Aubameyang, but maybe he feels he has to do it all on his own and score the goals. But last time out, guys, we hit a lot of goals against Spurs. What is the difference with today? The confidence wasn't there. I don't know. Sorry about that. It's a bit warm. We're not in Europe. The team is not in Europe. They should be rested. They should be fit, and they should be ready to go. Arteta should have had them well drilled on how to play this game. I mean, for me, the formation wasn't the problem, but we don't have a DM. We don't have a defensive midfielder. But Partey and Sambi, they do go forward. I mean, we have nobody tucking in. We have nobody as DM. No one at all. So that's a little bit concerning for us, without a shadow of a doubt. Where do we go from here? That's the question. It's proven difficult for the team right now. It's proven hard for the team. I see someone has just tuned in and watching. Welcome along. You're the only one. Welcome to my old school gunner. Arsenal versus Brighton review. Second part today. I had to do a second part to cover it. So many people are overhyping the team. They need to stop hyping mediocrity within the team. Yeah. So welcome along to the show. I hope you're enjoying it. It's a bit of a quiet one now. You're the only one here. But yeah, please write a little comment for me there. Maybe we can get into another conversation. You're gone already. Okay. No need to. Yeah, but guys, like I said, next two games are at home. We face Crystal Palace, but that's in 2 weeks' time. There's a break now. So we have Crystal Palace, and then the week after we have Aston Villa. The Crystal Palace game is going to be a hard one. There's no doubt about it. Patrick Vieira, of course, our former player, Arsenal legend, is managing them. They drew last time out with Brighton 1-1. They're going to be well up for the game against us. Aston Villa, Ollie Watkins, he just loves to play against Arsenal. I have another viewer back again. I don't know who you are, but if you want to write something in the comments, what did you think of today's game? What did you think of the performance? And what is going on with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang? Not at the races. A lot of the players weren't, in fairness. I mean, I'm not going to do player ratings now because I embarrass a few players. But Aubameyang wasn't at the races. Saka tried. He tried. He got in before he got injured. Aubameyang wasn't at the races. Odegaard wasn't at the races. They should have been replaced sooner than they were. I mean, Lacazette came on for Aubameyang and Pepe came on for Odegaard. But it was a little bit late in the day. They should have switched it up before that because you could see they were suffering. You could see them struggling and they weren't having any impact in the game. So we just have to see the way things go, the way it works out. It's kind of like that, guys, It's hard to kind of put a gloss on it and what was happening out there. It's very hard to figure out what exactly was going on with the team. But like I said, we do have Crystal Palace coming up in 2 weeks, and we have Aston Villa. Both games at home. If we can take the 6 points from those, it would be really badly wanting, and really we need it. So hopefully we'll get something out of that. Hopefully it'll come good for us. It's not going to be easy. I think we all know that. It's going to be a tough game against Crystal Palace at home, and it's going to be tough against Villa. But we have the players, we have the quality. There was belief against Spurs. We took off like an express train against them. We pinned them back, and we had a right go at them. And we need a little bit more of that. Whether the team is up for it or not, whether they're capable of it, that remains to be seen. But definitely, we need to push forward and we need to try. They're going to be 2 very hard games. We're now in 9th position. We're on 10 points. Rather luckily today, we got a point out of the game, and we could have easily won that game. Easily lost that game. We weren't really in it, to be honest. We were hanging on at the end. Absolute heroics from Aaron Ramsdale. I think it's going to be very hard for Bert Leonard to get back in the team now the way Ramsdale is playing. He's playing out of his skin. Absolutely fantastic. So it's going to be very, very hard for Bert Leonard to get back into that team. He's got a mountain to climb if he wants to get back into that team. Simple as that. I think I'll wrap it up there, guys. Not many people tuning in right now, but that's cool. It's late enough. It's only 9:15 where I am, but in Europe it's much, much later. Alright, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. I appreciate it. Smash the like in this video for me. Smash the subscribe. Comment in the comment section below and let me know what you thought of today's performance and who you thought was the man of the match and how you think we're going to do in our next 2 Premier League games. We have a 2-week break now, so let's see what we can get out of the team. We have Crystal Palace at home, and then we have Aston Villa at home. So let's see how it goes. Take it easy, guys. It's been a pleasure bringing this video to you, and see you next time. Come on, you Gooners.